What's up, fam, and welcome to this episode of Rex's Photo Booth Reviews and Tutorials. As you guys know, whenever we start the episode in the vehicle, we're going to do a tour. And today, we got invited to a warehouse, but not just any warehouse. So you guys know, a lot of times I get this question, and the question is, how do you know when you can transition from a 9 to 5 to doing photo booth full time? And that's exactly what this individual did. We're going to go in depth, ask him how he got started in the photo booth industry and where was the transitional point from is a regular 9 to 5 to going full photo booth full time. And don't forget, if you're enjoying the content and you're learning new things, please like and subscribe to the channel. So check it out, everybody. We finally made it to our location. We are in San Dimas, California at the headquarters of, right here, Stay Golden. And these guys are gonna give us the secret of how to get to 6 figures and be able to do this full time for a living. All right, so we are here. I'm gonna introduce you to the owner. I'm gonna hopefully get a quick quick tour. Knock on the door. What's up, everybody? I want to introduce you right here to the man, the myth, the legend, Thomas Parexedes. Hey, is your guys working in there? Can we get a tour of the office?
Absolutely. Come by.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? This is our Stay Golden headquarters team right here.
Nice.
And this area, this is like the hub of how we conduct all of our events. Most of our template designing, our client outreach, our sales, our post-event procedures are all happening in this little area right here.
Oh, I like the couch.
Yeah.
What's the couch for?
That's it.
No, I'm just kidding.
The couch is just to chill. You know, they all got their own
Design
computers and
area,
stuff.
that's cool.
And, yeah, some of our guys here, we have a lot of young cats and they love anime and that's what they do.
Awesome.
So, yeah, but this is where this is the brains of Stay Golden, the operations.
All right, what do we have here?
All right, this side, we have our truck here, one of our company vehicles, because we have to park it inside. And
Oh my goodness. How many square feet is this?
this one is about 900-ish. In total, both sides are almost close to 2,000.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah.
There's more. How far? How large?
Close to 2,000.
2,000 square feet office. All right.
Yeah.
And so
Here, each shelf is custom designed, so we can kind of just.
what are the cubbies for? How do you separate out your cubbies?
Yeah, so this is where the props, the prop box, the tech box that we call it, all of the accessories, and then they can just kind of slide their entire photo booth here. So each shelf goes to each attendant.
How many teams are you running now?
Yeah, so right now we have about 30 employees right now.
Wow,
So
that's nuts.
yeah.
And this is how you get everybody to come pick everything up, and
Yeah.
they roll in, and then they
Right.
have to return it and
They
put
do.
it back.
They return it. They have a checklist they got to go through, and this right now it's January. This side's not being utilized as often, but December this was all packed, but kind of a low season, but still high in demand for us this month.
Wow.
So this is we custom built this ourselves. This is the other part of Stay Golden. So as you can see here, we're prepping for this weekend's event.
Oh my
And
goodness.
How it works is this guy named Noah, he'll come here on a Saturday, he'll pick all of this stuff up, he'll take it to his car, which is the bay door right there, and he'll go ahead and do a checklist, make sure he has everything, and he'll execute the event. And when he gets back, Noah just knows to bring everything here, all nice and neat, and then the following day we'll do a lot of inventory check, make sure they brought their backdrop, pipe and drapes, props, all that other stuff. So
Wow.
Noah, Julia, and they've all been assigned using Check Cherry. So that's the plug for
So that's your secret. In the back end, How long you guys been using Check Cherry?
We've been using Check Cherry for a total of, I want to say, 6 years. The first year, I could not afford Check Cherry, even though it was at the time $30 a month, and I was doing everything by tracking it by calendar and sending them, the contract, and they got to sign it. It's just a lot of back and forth. Check Cherry eliminated nearly all of that and has allowed me to streamline the company and just scale it to what it is today. So I owe a lot to Check Cherry. They're
Shout out to Judd, right?
Judd's good. I talked to him. I've talked to him a couple times. But, American-based company. They're kicking ass over here. So
that's awesome.
Check them out.
And so you guys went from one booth to having 30 employees. Holy cow!
Right. So this part.
Oh, there's more.
Yep.
Okay.
This part is like the best. Not many warehouses have this. So we custom design our prop stuff. We organize it right here, foodie props, miscellaneous, all this. But I want to say we take real pride in this washer and dryer right
Why
here.
do you have a washer and dryer?
We have a washer and dryer because these pillow backdrops that we bought from PB Backdrops.
Brian, yeah, that's our guy. Yeah.
We make sure that I got tired of these guys taking it to my house and washing it. So we, just like that, they put all the dirty backdrops here, they wash it. As you can see, it's connected to a water heater up there. I put the entire plumbing in, and we made sure that these guys are always washing on every
So
Monday.
we want to know. So how do you take care of a backdrop? Can you wash it in warm water? Do you put it in the dryer? Tell us.
We wash it in cold, and you put it on tumble dry, and you just let it. We accidentally washed one in extreme heat, and it shrunk it, and it made it really hard to put it over the actual pillow frame itself. So
tumble dry, baby.
Yeah, tumble dry.
Cold and tumble dry.
Cold, tumble dry, or you can just air dry it. It's good. But regular detergent, and when we use detergent, we use the fresh or just white, no blue dye, none of that stuff.
Not sponsored.
Yeah,
all.
not sponsored. All.
Not Tide. You use all.
Yeah, exactly. Bathroom there, and then 2 spots here. So this is kind of like, this room is just, it's kind of dirty right now, but we do maybe some of our content shooting here. If we want to play with green screen, or if we have
your studio. Yeah,
if we
very
have
cool.
corporate events or whatever, we want to do a little bit of R&D, it's going to happen here. And then also we hand built this entire warehouse space where, laminate flooring, we just gotta mop it up, we'll put some lighting on it, and if we want to do some other special photos and stuff, like, we'll do it there. We're also in the flower wall rental space. We built these before Rose Morning came out with theirs, and it's been working well for us. We charge $500 for a flat rate to rent them out, and they get rented out quite often.
That's awesome.
Here, it's kind of our makeshift snack bar, but all of our employees, we commit
benefits. Benefits.
We commit about $400 a month just to make sure they have some food when they in and out.
We need to know: is there a stack of monsters in there?
Let me see. Oh, we got some waters and stuff. Yeah. So take what you want, and this is it, man.
So you take real good care of your employees. I like to hear that.
Take care of them. We do quarterly parties and just make sure they're taken care of.
That's awesome. So now everybody wants to know how you got here. So let's sit down and chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I finally get to sit down with the man right here. Everybody wants to know how he went from one booth out of his garage to running 21 photo booths in one night. So Thomas, tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you? Where are you originally from?
Right, okay.
What was your journey like?
Yeah, I'm 38 years old, Los Angeles, born and raised, here now in San Dimas. My background, high school, joined the Marines.
Oh, where'd you go to high school?
Charter Oak High School in Covina.
All right.
Yeah.
And then right after you graduated, what happened?
I joined the Marines.
Nice.
Did the Marine Corps deal for nearly 20 years.
Wow.
And
how many tours did you?
I did four tours.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that would have been. Did you do Afghanistan?
Yeah, I did Afghanistan, Iraq.
Twice?
I did Afghanistan once, Iraq twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your service.
Yeah,
You guys
you're
know.
welcome.
You guys pay attention to my channel. You guys know how I feel about the military guys. So you did 20 years.
Yep.
And then you got out. What did you do? Did you get hurt?
Retired.
Oh, you retired.
Retired, and then now right now I'm a student at USC, and I run this business full time with my wife and the managers that I have now. So that's my background.
Really awesome. So what was your job in the Marines, in the military?
So my job in the military, I was in the infantry, so I spent a good majority of my time.
Snipers?
I enlisted as a machine gunner,
and
I did that for over 10 years. And in my non-operational time, I spent a lot of time on. I got volunteered to be on recruiting duty. I wanted to be a drill instructor and make Marines and be the one to yell and make them, but the Marine Corps decided that I should be the one to manage recruiting offices and try to get people to join. So
you're a recruiter.
Yeah, so a lot of like my business background was born during that recruiting stage of running an office and learning sales and numbers.
So you have to sell it to people. You can't. You
You
got to
have
sell
to
to
sell
people
it.
to be all you can be.
Yeah, you have to sell it. You have a quota that you got to meet. You don't get paid any extra. It's one of the hardest jobs you have to do, because it's, a lot of people think that we're just brainwashing. It's not. It's a lot of just educating people, but it was tough.
Yeah. So how long were your tours? How long were your? I think that's part of the hardest part to sell to people, is that you have to do these long tours. What was your longest tour?
Yeah, longest tour was about 8 months, but standard tours are about
without
7.
seeing your family.
Yeah, not seeing family, not doing
living
nothing.
in a remote country, sleeping on the dirt.
Yeah, all that stuff. Living all that horrible stuff. So.
I have to know though.
Yeah.
Are you still rocking the military haircut?
No, not really.
Oh,
it's kind of longer now. So
that's it. That's without the mask. So if you guys see him around, that's what he looks like. He's hiding. He's incognito over there.
Right.
So I think what people really want to know is how you got started in the photo booth business. So we know about your background in the military. We know your job was machine gunner, and then you retired honorably. But how do you go from, serving the country to running a photo booth business?
Yeah.
How'd you get started?
Good question.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something. I never had an entrepreneurial drive, but in 2017, me and my wife were, I proposed to my wife. We were going to get married, and it hit me as we were wedding planning, how much money this wedding was going to cost. And as you know, the standard wedding is about $20,000 to $25,000. What I feel, and I think that's low at now, or it's even higher now. But back then, I was like, man, I just proposed to my wife. We just got a house.
You blew a bunch of money on a ring.
I blew a bunch of money in the ring. How am I going to pay for this wedding that's like 8 months away? And in the middle of our wedding planning process, we met up with my aunt, who's her name is Pinky. She's really the
shout
big
out to
driving
Pinky.
force. Yeah. Fission Photo Booth. And
Fission Photo Booth.
Fission Photo Booth. She offered to give her services to our wedding.
Oh, how sweet!
And really appreciate it. Yeah, she was going to gift it.
Yeah.
We sat down with her, and as we were talking, she mentioned a lot about the photo booth industry, and she talked about her successes in it, and what she's done, and what the people that she's met, and it really intrigued me and Roxanne. Was like, wow, this is really cool. At the time, we didn't take it seriously, but because we were in wedding planning, but it was something always in the back of our mind, this, we could do this. And as we started planning, it was like, okay, we really gotta do this now. So instead of wedding planning, we built a company in the middle of wedding planning.
Oh, geez.
We did it as a husband and wife, just doing it ourselves, bootstrapping it. I'm talking, I was operational, and my wife was more head of marketing. So she was the the chief marketing officer, and I was the COO. There was no CEO at the time because it was just me and her just trying to just double hat all of it. And I'm talking from, making it, building or.
So yeah, what did you do for your first booth? That's what everybody wants to know. Did you buy it?
We bought our first boots.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, we bought our first boots and we rented out of our bedroom,
Wow.
one of our spare bedrooms. And when we started to get a lot of props and Tupperwares, we're like, oh shoot, we need to move this into the garage.
Right.
So we moved it into the garage, and from there, that was like the hub of where Stay Golden Photo Booths was made in our garage.
And then you went from a one booth operator to jump to the 21. I think that's what really people want to know.
Yeah.
Is even if you wanted to make six figures, so if you wanted to do $100,000 a year, you would have to do 100 events at $1,000.
Yeah.
And that's just not the case. That's not the reality. Because not every event is going to be $1,000.
No.
So how did you go from the one? Did you go from 1 to 5, 1 to 2?
Right.
And then how much time before you got to 21?
Yeah. So in 2017, when we started in January, we were booking very fast, and I attribute that to the marketing that we had. Just getting out there, networking.
So what were you doing for marketing? Were you doing Google Ads? Were you doing Yelp? Were you doing Wedding Wire, The Knot? What kind of advertising?
In the beginning, we were doing a lot of Thumbtack, whatever we could get from whatever we could get from Yelp.
Yeah.
Mark wasn't around. Whatever bargain photo booth.
Did you do Groupon too?
We did Groupon too. Whatever we can get, we were just trying to get it all.
Okay.
And that was with one photo booth. And then after that, when we could not take any more, when we were turning away too many events, that was the cue to be like, let's get a second booth. But at that time, my wife didn't feel comfortable running a second photo booth by herself. So at that time, then we had to start looking at, we need another person to man that booth while my wife will work with me. Because how it operated is I would run the booth and my wife would do all the props and stuff, and then shake everybody's hand, do all the content for Instagram or whatever. So in the beginning, a lot of our events came from Thumbtack, Groupon, Instagram, Facebook,
Craigslist.
Oh, you know what, Craig? I even got an event on OfferUp. So I used to post my shit on OfferUp, like, hey, just book us, right? And
so for the first year, you guys only ran one booth.
First year we ran. I believe we ran 3 booths on our first year, and we cleared 91,000.
That's nuts.
But we were working every weekend with only our wedding day, that was our off day, and 2 weekends for our honeymoon. But every weekend after that was
3 booths.
Was 3 booths, and it's also notable for me to say that we were doing all of this as we were working professionals. So Roxanne was a medical sales rep for a Fortune 10 company, McKesson, where she actually traveled and sold medical devices to doctors.
Wow.
And I was full time in the Marine Corps, so I think
when did you get out?
I got out I retired in 2020. End of 2020.
End of 2020.
Yeah. So it relates to a lot of people who actually do this job. They're working a 9 to 5.
Wow. So you went from 1 booth to 3.
Yeah.
And then did you double every year from there?
Every year was just always
double digit growth.
Yeah. Yep. So 91,000 my first year, and the second year was 131. That's when we really had great success. I attribute that one to having more of a solid website, double down on marketing, over delivering on the first year, so all of those repeat clients would come back on the second year, and then they would slowly tell their friends about us. And
So on that point, I'm going to segue, and for the people out there who are watching, they're just saying, well, I'm not getting enough bookings. What would be your advice to those people looking to get more bookings? They just want to get to the 91,000.
Right.
Forget about where you are now. You want to tell where people, you told me off camera.
Yeah.
Where are you guys now?
So right now we're at year 7. We just entered our 7th year this month. So last year was our 6th. We closed 2023 with $700,000.
Wow, you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Almost $750,000.
Yeah.
So this is, so now people really want to know. For those just wanting to get to the 91 or just the first 6-figure mark.
Yeah.
What would be? I don't want to say top 3, but give us some advice that'll help people get there. How do you get these bookings? and where to get them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can first say from a personal level, the first 6 figures is always hard. And the first 6 figures is a matter of also just like habit changes in your life and just ensuring that this is a priority.
Like what kind of habits? You stop
Like,
drinking Starbucks?
No. It's just, you can't negotiate yourself when doing this business. There's a lot of discipline that needs to be involved. You don't do photo boothing when you feel like it. You got to do it on the off days. You got to do it when it's cold, when it's tiring. I'm not saying photo boothing the event itself, but you got to be doing something every single day that moves the needle.
Like what?
Every single
That's
day.
what people
So
want.
some of those things that we did
You
was
go door knocking. I mean, what did you
not
do?
door knocking. You could, but a lot of the things that we did was, for sure, building that website. Website was the most vital thing that you could do. And I say this all the time, the website is a 24/7 representation of your company. When you're sleeping, it's selling. When you're out, it's selling. It's doing all of your heavy lifting for you.
Got it.
And as photo booth owners, we don't have prime real estate. We're usually in a warehouse or in a garage or in a bedroom or wherever it is, right? So your website's got to be good.
Right.
And that's what's great about the internet now is because the internet, the marketplace, it's the ultimate equalizer. You can look really big up front in a website, but they don't know that you're operating a small mom and pop shop in a one bedroom apartment.
Yeah. Okay, so number 1 is your website.
Website's important.
Number 2, how important would you say the automation? At what point did you bring Check Cherry into your operations?
Right.
Yeah, and then to be able to scale from 3 booths to 21 now and do almost $750,000.
Right.
I mean, that's awesome that you didn't ditch them. That software was able to grow with you.
Yeah.
So when did you start Check Cherry and how did you find them?
I started Check Cherry after my first year, and I found him at PBX at Photo Booth Expo just by talking with Judd. Seemed like he knew his stuff. And what I found out that, and a lot of photo boothers can attest to this, a lot of the time on the front end is taken up by consulting, talking to the client, and doing the back and forth administrative stuff. And those things right there, those activities, to me, those are not money-making activities. Those fall into a support activity where you already kind of got the sale. You're just trying to facilitate it.
Right,
and push
like
it
what
through.
kind of backdrop do you want?
Right.
Or what do you want your template to say?
Right.
You need that information, but you already have the sale.
Right.
So you want to spend the least amount of time. You want to be able to automate that. And that's what Check Cherry was able to do for you, was to automate a lot of the back end.
And another one, it's Check Cherry and Photo Booth Talk with Sherry Irwin.
Oh,
so
of course.
the template design is
the integration.
That is the back.
Website.
Yeah, that is the back and forth.
That's
that probably
fantastic.
takes a long time. So by combining those 2 platforms together, I was able to cut down hours of just communication and also back and forth with the client, asking for what their inspiration for their templates are. Because when you standardize everything, you can just, cookie cutter, copy and paste, just move on.
I think that's where your military action.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And then the last part, I think, was where did you find a lot of these people? You went from 3, right? And your wife didn't want to do an event by herself.
Yeah.
Right? So where did you start going to find these people?
Employees?
Employees that you white label. I mean,
right.
I know you now I see it, you have a team of 30.
Yeah.
But how do you keep track of everybody? And you have the washer and dryer, you're washing their uniforms. Tell
some of them wash their clothes in here. Some of them are college kids, and they live in the dorms, and they say, hey, can I just wash my stuff here? I'm like, yeah, whatever, man.
So they want to know, so tell us, how do you hire? Because some people don't even show up for the interview. I think that's the hardest part.
Right.
So where do you find them? And besides buying them coffee and drinks, and how do you keep them happy and staying so you don't have high turnover?
Right. Yeah. So always have the mentality, slow to hire, quick to fire type of stuff. I I think in our time here we've probably like
hanging out with
two
Gary.
attendants.
That's Gary's
Yeah,
life.
yeah, it's a big one, right?
Yeah.
So we found a lot of our first batch of employees. I was still a Marine. We would go to the recruiting offices, other local ones, and I would have Marine Corps reservists work for our company. And these guys were Marines only.
Oh, I love it.
They were doing the 1 week in a month, but they were still full-time college kids. So they had a Marine Corps background, and my whole company was built at the time on Marines. Every attendant was a Marine, you know. And what I could get from them is they showed up on time. They were totally professional. They were methodical, disciplined, and they were really the bedrock of Stay Golden. Like these guys.
I love that. So you guys hire the military, okay? If you guys want people to be on time and they know how to follow orders,
Yep.
that's it. I love that. That's a great piece of advice.
So that was the first one.
Yeah.
And then one Marine who was leaving led me to his cousin, who is now Julian, who you've met.
Yeah.
And Julian is not a Marine, he's a civilian, but he was just a young man that had a lot of potential. And he became my number two, like my operational guy that would do all of the loading and all that other stuff. And then Julian led me to Tom and then Dylan.
Got it. So the first was you were drawing from the military and using your networks there
Yep.
through recruiting, which is awesome. And then the second point was that you went by referral.
Yeah,
so
referral.
you know people who could do the job. That's who they're hanging out with.
Right.
So you always ask, hey, you know, do you have somebody who can do this? Do you know anybody else who wants to join the
Right.
team?
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
1 and 2. Any other ones? Did you ever try any agencies or LinkedIn?
Indeed is the one we do now. I feel we have a good core team where we can that core team can vet the new people coming in, and plus we have like security cameras everywhere because I think that's like the big one. It's like trust. So having a good core team that can vet the new people from Indeed and having solid systems and procedures, having solid ways to track individuals, you know, things are air tagged, stuff like that. It will alleviate the anxiety of like,
Right.
can I trust this person with $5,000 to $10,000 worth of gear?
Right. How do you get it so that they don't come pick it up and then just never come back?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like for us, we just have certain things in place, like the security camera, check-ins, things of that nature. But Indeed is the spot now where I hire a majority.
Would you ever go back to the recruiting office?
I would at times, but you know what? These young college,
High school guys. Yeah.
they're great. The men and women that work for us, that work at Cal Poly Pomona, are all over here. They are great. I couldn't have asked for a better group of just young men and women to work with, and they're solid. They're funny. They're young. Age plays a factor.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
How old is your ideal, operator or attendant,
Right.
and how long do they stay? I mean, do they eventually get married and quit,
Yeah.
or do they have baby?
Yeah.
Families.
So we have a very low turnover. We have people that are now they work for Tesla. We have ones that were with us at Cal Poly Pomona. They graduated, moved on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say what's the
Do you
question?
take them at 18? Do you
Yeah,
take them
18, yeah.
They have to be 21.
No, so we love the ages between 18 and 25 because
18
they're
to
so
25.
young still. They got a lot of energy. They can tolerate the crowd.
Mostly male,
Yeah.
female, combination of the two.
We love to have diversity amongst it all. So we have a lot of males, but lately, with Roxanne even making this push, we have a lot of women coming in, and it's
I
good.
feel like they're really good at the job.
Women are great.
They can't always lift everything like the mirror,
Right,
the 360.
right.
But man, they just have a touch that
They're
something-
super good. Like they command tips immediately. Like every time we send a female out there, they're always getting tipped. We don't know why, but they're doing a good job. And they're just diverse. There's some events that are just women only. And,
Yeah.
And
They
when
feel
you
more
have
comfortable.
when you have a woman out there, it's like, oh, this company supports women, and it's also good that we're women owned, and just diversity along the entire spectrum of our company.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah, we love women. Minorities are even greater for us, right? Because sometimes we have events in Compton or East LA, and sometimes sending demographic, like people from that
People
area,
where they can relate. Yeah.
it relates, and they're more happier inside the booth. They can just talk. It's just that's what we see.
Okay.
So,
And then, dude, that's that's just a chock full of information.
Yeah.
I know you're a mentor to a lot of mentees that you just, you know, you do a lot of things behind the camera that people don't know about.
Sure.
I really appreciate that. But I want to end it off by, I want to know, what are you currently working on now, and what are some of your future projects?
Yeah, so right now I'm still in school.
On the GI Bill, or
I'm
on
on
the bill for that?
I'm on the GI Bill, and I will say that even though I'm in business school, it doesn't. You don't need school to operate this company. Business school just allows me to think strategically at a top level and how to just maximize.
Where are you at?
Right? I go to USC.
Yeah, USC.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
Trojan.
so,
Awesome.
fight on there. Yep. And I'm doing that stuff, and I'm running this company full time.
Yeah. When do you
and
finish? Are you almost done?
I'm done this December.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah. Thanks,
2
man.
years,
Thanks.
in and out. So
Yep.
discipline.
Yep. And
Wow.
this year is to really scale this company, you know, Stay Golden, and try to hit a 7-figure company this year.
Yeah.
This is the year that I think we
You
will
go a
do it.
million?
This
We're
is
gonna
the
do a
plan.
million?
This
Let's
is the plan.
go.
This is the plan.
Any other projects? Personal?
Yeah.
professional?
This is our other project. Is our
What is this?
is our glamour booth. We've decided to vertically integrate our company and make sure and just, you know, we love the vendors that we've had in the past that have built, that have given, where we bought the photo booths from, but
Yeah.
we decided to build our own. We realized that there was a gap in the market in regards to like rustic vintage photo booths, especially when we're working in Calamigos or
So
any of
you
these
built
events.
this? You didn't buy this?
We built this all on our own.
Like in
Everything.
your garage?
Everything is designed in our wood shop, in our other warehouse, in our third
You have another
warehouse.
warehouse?
I do have another warehouse. Yeah.
Really? Like
Yeah.
next to this building?
Yeah. Well, these two, then one is down the road.
Like how far down the road?
Like just down the road, man. We just got to
Like
drive
5
to it.
minutes?
Yeah, just 5 minutes.
Can we go?
Yeah, we can go.
I think we're gonna give you guys a secret tour. Another secret tour. I didn't know. I thought he had bought that booth, guys. So I really didn't know. But they actually build them. So I don't know. This could be a part 2, or it might be a continuation of this video. I'm gonna talk to him for a second, and then we'll find out. All right, so here we are at an undisclosed location, and Thomas is going to give us a sneak peek of his passion project. I just saw it, but I want to be able to show you guys. So give us the grand tour.
Absolutely.
All right, so are we still in San Dimas?
We are, but we are in our third warehouse. And this is
Wow.
our manufacturing shop that we have here.
Check this out, guys. This is a full shop.
Yep.
You know, we have routers and cutters and sanders. Man,
Yep.
we got all sorts of stuff in here.
Router, CNC, dust collection system that we put in here, and a lot more tools going on. So this is everything that we need in order to scale. Right now we have 2 employees in this side, but we're setting it up to eventually put more employees. We're just trying to create.
So
some
is
sort
this
of
just for
system.
yourself, or are you guys looking to sell these?
We're looking to sell these at one point.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and see, just right here, this is what they're building. This is all in California.
Yep.
Every piece here is made in the United States. Over here, they have a 3D printer where they make their own brackets in-house. They have design stations. They have a CAD engineer. These are all the parts that they've cut out, routed, and CNC'd, all that, sanded down.
Even the metal is made in America, so we found welders here, powder coaters. We just ordered, you know, about 100 and something pieces right now. So there, everything has its own place. The wood is sustainable. We get some wood at a lumber yard, some wood at sustainable shops.
Yeah, what kind of wood is this? I
This
think
is, white oak.
white oak.
Yeah. So
And does this come in different colors, or is this the only color it comes in?
This is the only color it comes with. We're thinking about doing a darker wood as well at one point. But right now this white oak is solid right here.
That is amazing. Can we take a quick peek
Yeah,
inside?
absolutely. So here's a boot. This is just the shell, the head unit. You can see here,
The
every
door.
piece is engineered by us. Every piece is every
through.
single piece is
Yeah.
made here. And what I like about this, and what I like about what we do, is that we own our own supply lines. we can build every single thing. Every little piece is replaceable. If it breaks, we can fix that spot. We can fix it on the spot. We can send it out. If a customer in Florida broke a faceplate, we can build a new faceplate, send it to them right away.
What about the legs? Everyone, I don't see the legs.
We don't have any legs. Well, the legs are all built right here.
Wow.
So here's our legs, the tripod legs, and again, can be built here. The reason why they're not assembled right now is we're waiting for our powder coater to give us all of our metals back. And every piece, every small weak point of a tripod, we've reinforced with aluminum now. So it's lightweight. We felt aluminum was the best way rather than steel, but all here made in America.
So for somebody who may be interested in getting one of these, where can they find them? Do they call you?
Yeah, so we have our website that just popped up, theglamourboot.com, and then we'll also be at PBX as well. So we'll be there at for this year, and that's really it. Instagram, TikTok. It's worked for us. We've tested these boots out for over a year now, so they've been out to nearly hundreds of events.
Yeah.
We did about 1,100 last year, so they've done a lot. So.
And if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can find me on theglamourboot.com. You can go to the Glamour Boot, the Instagram page.
Stay Golden.
Stay Golden. You can go,
right?
you can go on there. My email's on
CEO at Stay Golden.
Yeah, contact at staygoldenphotoboot.com. you can look my name up, Thomas Parexedes. My Instagram profile is public. You can reach me out there. But we just wanted to create something that was made here because we saw a gap in the market that where people really wanted a vintage rustic boot, especially wedding planners and venues. So I'm like, hey, let's just create one. It's not that hard, and we had the talent here, and that's it. So you can contact me in regards to a booth or even just basic business talk, how to scale. I'm very into talking about those things.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring you back and do a seminar with you.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's where we're gonna end up this video. Thomas, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, man.
And we'll let you get back to work.
All right.